How you doing? How you living? Welcome. If you are returning, what's poppin'? And if you are new, hi, my name is Candace and welcome to my channel. Please make sure to go subscribe to the channel, then go like this video, then go click the bell so you know when I upload. So today I am going to talk about my first apartment experience. The reason why I am doing this video is because I am moving into my second apartment next week, which I'm going to try to do a whole video on and vlog the experience and everything like that. But I wanted to give you guys kind of like my experience of my first apartment, how it's changed me, what was it like, and everything like that, since it's coming to an end here. It's kind of bittersweet, but I'm so excited because I'm moving. It's like a new, when you move to a new place, it's like a new chapter in your life. So I'm super excited to where I'm moving, and where I'm moving is like a lot better than where I'm living right now. So even though I'm so grateful for the apartment I have now, but where I'm moving to is like an upgrade, you know, bossing up. But I wanted to talk to you guys basically about my experience of having my first apartment, and I'm gonna give you guys some tips, so make sure you stick around to the end of the video so you guys can know some tips and know everything about having your first apartment. So I moved into this apartment August of 2019. It was my first, this is my first ever apartment. First of all, the first thing I am going to tell you guys is do not pack the day you get your keys. I literally packed up the day that I got my keys, y'all. Like literally I packed up the day I got my keys. Like the day I got my keys is when I started packing my room. And my mom was like, why would you wait till the day you get your keys to your apartment to pack? You're supposed to pack a week in advance. That's why I'm packing up this apartment a week in advance. I don't move until next Thursday, but I've been packing for like 2 weeks. Like I've been packing things slowly for like 2 weeks. Like I'm not gonna make that mistake again. Got my keys to my apartment, and you know, everything's cool. The reason why I moved, so before this, of course, I was living with my mom. The reason why I had moved, got my own space, is because the job that I'm working at currently right now was literally an hour away from my house. So I was driving an hour Monday through Friday and every other Saturday to go to work. And it's like the way Atlanta traffic is set up, if you're from Atlanta and you take 285 at 5 p.m., you know what it's like. I would sit in traffic for 2 hours. Now, mind you, my job is already almost an hour, 45, like the GPS would say about 50 minutes. So on top of that, I'm sitting in Atlanta traffic. So I would get off work at 5 o'clock. I wouldn't get home until 8:30. That's how bad traffic was. So I got so tired of it. And I had already been working at my job for almost a year. So I'm like, since I know this is where I'm gonna be for a minute, let me go ahead and move closer. I'm making good money. I was making money for my hair business, and I have my job. So I'm like, let me get my own apartment, you know? So I was looking for an apartment. I found this apartment. It was a good price. It's in a good area. This apartment that I'm at now is only 15 minutes away from my job. The apartment that I'm moving to is about to be 20 minutes away from my job, so it's not really that bad. I don't have to take the expressway, so it's really not that bad. So that's the main, honestly, that's the main reason why I moved. Like that was literally the whole bread and butter. The whole reason I moved was to be closer to my job. Like that was really it. If I didn't have my job, I probably would still be living with my mom, to be honest with you. But that's the reason why I moved. So when I moved into my apartment, I had a, what do I call him? A situationship at the time. And so my situationship helped me move into my apartment with me. Like he helped me move in, he helped put my furniture together, things of that nature. And when we was messing around and stuff, and he slowly started moving his stuff into my apartment, y'all. And so eventually we ended up living together. And how did we end up living together? I don't know. I really don't know. We ended up living together. He just started slowly moving his stuff in, and then he just ended up staying here, which was like a really horrible idea. I personally, ladies, I can't not tell you what to do with your life, but I would really suggest that if you are going to live with somebody, make sure that they are financially stable and make sure that they can pay some bills. And yeah, that's the main two things I gotta tell y'all. Make sure that they are financially stable and make sure they can pay some bills. Because me and my situationship, we're gonna call him situationship, me and my situationship, he ended up living with me, and we were never in a relationship. We did everything that was a relationship, but we wasn't in a relationship. I don't really want to get into deep into that whole situation, but we lived together, and that was my first time ever living with a man, because my parents divorced when I was young, so I don't really remember when me and my mom and my dad all lived in one house. I was really young, so I don't really remember that. So I never lived with a man that I can remember ever. It's always was me and my mom my whole life. So that was my first time ever living with a man, and honestly, that whole experience changed me as a person. Like, he changed me as a person, really, because it helped me to grow up. And having my own apartment, having your own apartment, like your first apartment, will help you grow up. And it wasn't just him, it was just like, it just helped me grow up. Like, when I was living with my mom, I did not pay any bills. Excuse me, I did not pay no bills. That's one thing that's gonna blow your mind, is bills. I didn't pay any bills. So when I started having to pay bills, I started learning how to save money. Because when I was living with my mom, I used to go blow money on all types of stuff. I used to have a new wig every week. Every week. I used to get my hair done every week. Because I just didn't have no money to blow. I had a car note for a little bit, but I paid my old car off early, so I never really had a bill. So I just, was just blowing money. But when I moved into my new apartment, I had bills. I had rent, I had a car note, because I had got a new car. By the way, I got a new car. I got my new car, so I got my Mercedes truck. And I got my apartment in the same week. Yes, I was on it, honey. Bossed my life up. You feel me? Benz truck and my apartment in the same week. Now that's bossed it up. You feel me? But yeah, I had got my Benz and I got my apartment in the same week. So I had a car note again. But so I had rent, car note, lights, cable, and water. And apartments have them little amenity fees and stuff, them too. So them bills hit. The bills hit. So that's one thing you have to remember when moving into your first apartment, is them bills is gonna hit you. And they gonna hit you hard. They help you grow up. Paying bills is gonna help you save money. I have learned how to save my money. Like, I have learned about budgeting and saving. So your first apartment is gonna teach you about budgeting and saving. If you were not good at budgeting and saving, then you'll be good at it. How I budget and save now is I split it up. So I have several sources of income. So I'll take my business money, the money that when I was selling hair, the money that I made from selling hair, I would never touch that money. That money will always be for emergencies. I still have that money put to the side. That money will always be for emergencies. Then I had my paycheck from my job, and then I had other side hustles, like I was selling AirPods and stuff like that. So when I was doing that, I would pay my bills with my AirPod money, or sometimes I would take my paycheck and split it up and stuff like that. I would take my paycheck and split it up, or sometimes I get paid twice a month, so I would take half of my rent out of my paycheck, and then my second paycheck, take the other half of my rent out of my paycheck, and do it like that. And then the others will be aside for the utilities. And I always have emergency money, which was my business money that I never tried to touch. I was really good with that, but that was always my emergency money. You always want to keep some emergency money. I have 4 bank accounts, so I always try to keep some emergency money. One of them bank accounts is my emergency money, for real, for real. And one of them is my play money, and the other one is, the other two, I don't know. I know I have one for emergencies and one for play. The other two, it's money in there, but I don't know. I don't know. I know when I go get food, I always pull out one card. So I guess one could be the food card or something. I don't know. But You always want to have emergency funds and just have your money split up. That's what I do. If you work a job, the best thing I could do is, like, best advice I could tell you, and what really was working for me my whole time, was take half of your rent out of one paycheck and half of your rent out of your second paycheck. And if you guys work a job, you know how amazing it is when you get paid 3 times in 1 month. That's the best months. Like, that's the best months. Listen, my job is paying us 3 times in December. About to go crazy. My paychecks, Christmas about to look good, Miss Mamas, okay? But no, for real, y'all, budget your money. That's the best thing I can tell you. Budget your money. Living in an apartment will have you budgeting your money like it ain't nothing. Now, I've always been clean, but I always, like, okay, when I was living with my mom, I was a little spoiled, and I would clean my room and my bathroom, but I never cleaned the whole house. So it's like I had to start cleaning my entire apartment. And I'm not saying, don't get me wrong, I'm not dirty in no way, shape, or form. But I just was never used to cleaning the whole house. Like, I never cleaned my whole house. I would always clean my room and my bathroom. I never cleaned the living room, never cleaned the dining room. My mom would always do it. I never did it because I was so spoiled. But moving into my own apartment got me out of being spoiled. I had to do dishes. I had to clean the kitchen. I have to clean my living room. I got to take my trash out. I wasn't doing any of that when I was living with my mom. So that was like a big eye-opener for me. And it's like, if I don't do it, it won't get done. So that's what you kind of have to think about when you live in an apartment. Like, if you don't do it, it won't get done. That's one thing in an apartment. I mean, when you get your own apartment, if you were not used to cleaning at your parents' house, you gonna clean today. You gonna learn to clean today. But you gonna learn to clean today, Miss Mamas. Get that broom, get that mop, hit that floor. Y'all gonna have to learn how to clean if you ain't clean. That was an eye-opening for me. You gonna have to learn how to clean if you don't know how to clean. For real. Having your own apartment does mean a lot of freedom. So, like I told y'all, I had my situationship live with me. So, my mom didn't play that. So, you know, my mom didn't play that. You know, my mom used to let me have, like, boys and stuff in my room and all that. But all that spend the night and no, she wasn't having that. So, you know, it was a lot. It's a lot of freedom. So the freedom is really overwhelming because it's like, wow, I can really do what I want. I can go what I want. I can come and go as I want. Because my mom, she used to hate when I used to walk in the house past 12 a.m. My mom would be mad. She'd be like, I locked the house up and you coming in at 12 a.m. disrupting everything. Da 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 da. Like, that is some ice. Be like, lady, what? The club closed at 2. Like, you think I'm gonna come home at 11:30 when the club closed at 2? Who, child? But no, like, the freedom is so overwhelming. Like, I was so excited. Like, I could come and go as I please. It was certain things at my mom's house I couldn't do. Like I told y'all, I had my situationship living with me, so I was able to let my situationship I used to let my situationship spend the night, and I used to get up and cook breakfast with him, and yeah, y'all get it. Y'all get it. It was just a lot of freedom. But one thing I can tell y'all is be careful who y'all let in y'all space. That's another thing. Your apartment is your space. So because it's your space, you cannot just let anybody in your space. I am very, very cautious of who I let in my apartment and who I let in my apartment and who I let around me, because it's my space. Like, I don't share this space with anyone. This is my space. It's my aura. So when I had my situationship live with me, he started to become a very negative person. We used to argue a lot, and he just used to just bring his negative energy all in my house. Like, right when we broke up, I had saged. I saged my entire house. Like, I keep sage in my house, and I'm about to buy a diffuser. I've seen on YouTube some people buy a diffuser and it keeps like the house, it keeps a calm energy in the house. I'm definitely buying one of those. My house is gonna be straight up, the energy is just gonna be great, because I'm telling y'all, When somebody comes into your home with negative energy and they leave, the energy stays. Like, I don't care what nobody says. When I got my own apartment, I realized that. Because, like, sometimes I would be feeling upset for no reason. And it would be because I let a negative person in my space and they left that negative, disgusting energy all in my area. Like, no. Watch the people you have come around your space. I'm telling you. Keep sage, keep diffusers, keep candles, keep incense. Like, keep your energy pure. Don't just let anybody in your space when you get your own apartment, okay? And that's really all I have for y'all, the best advice. I'm gonna try to vlog my new apartment. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope this video helped. Go ahead and comment below for me if you think this video helpful. If you like this video, make sure to thumbs it up and make sure to subscribe to your girl. See ya!